Nah, keep it pyro.
You're checking out Pyro Radio this Monday evening with me, Jay Fresh, right here. And I thought, you know what? Let me pick up the phone and let me call up a man who is repping the very best of Yorkshire right now. Of course, DIALECT on the phone line. What's happening, bro?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. How you doing? And everything all right?
Everything's good, man. But I got to be honest with you, bro. I'm definitely jealous right now.
Why?
And I'll tell you why I'm jealous. I am in a room with no windows, dodgy air conditioning, and, you know, I'm overheating. And I can sense already that you're outside somewhere in the beautiful UK sunshine. I'm jealous, man. Where are you at right now?
Well, I'm at the park in the area that I live in Beeston. So I'm in Leeds right now. It's a big park. It's kind of empty, surprisingly. But you know, the good vibes in here. It's sunny. I'm just under a tree, just flexing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Next to you, we're telling me you've got a nice ice cream, and you know, life's beautiful, and I'm stuck in the studio.
Yeah,
but thanks for making me feel better, bro.
I'll drink a can of beer for you, but don't worry.
Yeah, it's all good, man. But listen, it's great to get you on the Pyro Show this evening. Thanks for making yourself available, man. So straight up, let's get into the brand new track. Now, I'm very southern, so what's the correct way to pronounce the new track from you?
It's A-Up. So you say A-Up, yeah. So obviously I know it's spelled E-Y-U-P, but it's A-Up. And that's usually just a greeting that we use, you know. You'll say to someone, A-Up, how are you doing? Do you know what I mean? It's just very, very, like, you know, Yorkshire slang. So I know that it's... a lot of the northern people will get it, but you know what I mean. I'm hoping to spread the message down south as well.
Definitely, bruv. And this is why we've got you on the show, and that's why I just had to ask for my clarity. And my next question is going to be, what is the exact definition of A-Up? And you just put it out there nice and early. So thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. That's fine. So next time you call up and governor on your show, yeah, say A-Up first. I'm sure you make them feel a bit more welcome.
Right. You know what? I'm actually making a note of that, because a friend of mine who does music as well, every time he messages me, he starts it with the phrase, now then.
Oh, now then, yeah. Exactly.
So it's always now then, Jay, and I feel like, have I done something wrong? I feel like he's hitting me up.
Yeah, that does sound like you're in trouble. Definitely. That's the kind of text you expect to get off your girlfriend or some kind. Like, now then.
I'm under the spotlight now. Do you know what I mean? I'm in trouble. But thank you for clearing that up, bro. So yeah, let's dive straight in with the new track, A-Up. I mean, straight away, the energy of the track is there. It's just built for live performances. It's built for the club circuit. So in your words, how did the track kind of come around? Because there's an interesting story with the feature and the producer there as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think I obviously started off in grime. I can like rap on anything, but like, I've always enjoyed bassline as I was growing up. You know what I mean? And I'm working with. He's actually a good friend of mine, and also I used to be in the same cruising back in the day, like grime crew. So we used to be part of the LS7 battlers. That was like one of the earliest Leeds grime crews there was, and I started working with Nasty recently. He's part of my Talk is Cheap radio show that I have like every 2 Mondays a month, and he's just been producing loads and loads recently. You know, we getting into the vibe. Obviously lockdown's been a bit tough and stuff, but he ended up making this intro, and he sent it to me. I was sat on it for maybe just a couple of days, and I was thinking, I should definitely do something to this. It's a bit of a different thing from the bassline. I don't really touch it often, but I thought, yeah, let's come up with an idea. Funnily enough, my partner's from Huddersfield as well, so that's still Yorkshire and stuff. Yeah, she used to turn me up quite a bit. Yeah, and I remember just walking home one time and just ended up like messing around with the lyrics. I thought, I've got something a little catchy here. Ended up doing the first verse, the chorus, and I thought to myself, I wanted to get another like northern artist on it. I wasn't particularly looking for maybe sort of someone else from Leeds, but someone in the Yorkshire area, and I wanted to also collab with someone who's also like, just as known as me as well. Do you know what I mean? So we can both complement each other on this thing. And I thought, yeah, K-Dot, I've got quite deep ties with him. I've known him for a lot of years. He's from Sheffield, and I showed him the track, and he was feeling it. So I told him to write a verse. To be honest, yeah, this thing took a good maybe for 5-6 months to get together, because we've all been busy doing stuff. But we've been building up on the hype for it, and it's turned out really well. So yeah, it's a big Northern collab, and I'm really happy with the way it's turned out, to be honest.
Definitely, and that comes across with the whole kind of package of the record itself. But I mean, it's unmistakable. As soon as you hit play on the track, like it gives me those nostalgic kind of notes of bassline and stuff. So is it a case of you're trying to, like, I won't say bring that sound back, but is that something you're going to be exploring more? Or is this just a standalone track as it is, and kind of if something comes in the future, then it just comes in the future rather than a plan?
Yeah, well, do you know what it is? I think I didn't necessarily plan to even make a comeback on Bassline, but since I've kind of put it out and the feedback I've been getting from it, like, I am working with Nasty Boy, and he's predominantly a Bassline producer, so it's kind of like there's a lot of potential there to kind of bring it back and bring back some of the old sounds. You know what I mean? I think a lot of genres come in and then they die out, and I haven't seen Bassline in the scene for a bit. So I thought, well, this is the perfect time to maybe explore and start bringing out more Bassline tracks. But I am working on other things as well. I think my next release is actually going to be on an Afro beat. So do you know what I mean? There's a lot of twists and turns in this, but it's all still bringing my style. You know what I mean? I'm still heavily representing what Dialect is, what Talk is Cheap is, and stuff like that. So yeah, you'll see me on some more Bassline, but you know what I mean? I'm going to switch it up for you guys a bit more.
Wicked. We look forward to hearing the full range of what's coming up next. But if we just stick on that bassline angle just for one more kind of question, really. But I know the visual is really clean that you have. It's out now on SB, and it kind of, to me, it really harnesses the kind of traditional essence of the DJ and the MC and really working together. So talk us through the kind of video concept and how that kind of come about.
Yeah, well, originally I wanted, some shots where we're in a club, because to be honest, those MCs, when we're doing it on Bassline and stuff, and before lockdown happened, I'm used to performing in raves. I'm used to performing with a DJ there and a couple of MCs, and we're all just kind of, doing our thing. And I definitely wanted to capture that in the video. I didn't want it like, proper full-on movie set or anything like that. I just thought we'll keep it raw. We'll, book out a venue that I know well. They'd set up all the decks and everything, and we just thought, yeah, we'll kind of go for that concept there. All the scenes are very snappy, really quick, and lots of lights and stuff. We wanted to give it that club feel, because it is summer right now as well, and with lockdown lifting, we're hoping to get back in soon. So I just wanted to kind of bring that vibe there. We got it done pretty much in one night, and it was successful. I was really happy with the turnout. My dad even stood up to the venue.
Mad.
My dad's got a little cameo in the video. It's like on the second chorus. You'll see my dad there, man. It's just like very good vibes, man. Very good vibes.
Wicked, man. And good vibes is a really good kind of quick phrase to kind of sum up your energy, the kind of aura around you. And you mentioned about performing just there. So a good thing when you perform, an important thing I should say, is your ability to connect with the people in front of you, with the crowd. So I swear I saw a clip where there's a performance going on in, I think, Leeds City Centre, and it looks like my girl Sylvia is throwing down the maddest moves. Tell me how that happened, and Sylvia, like, we need to know more about her, man.
Yeah, you can't make up this stuff. It's crazy. I mean, Sylvia, funnily enough, the story goes back a bit further, where, give it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was in town busking, and she started like dancing to one of my tracks that I was performing to, and it ended up getting a bit of hype. I ended up in the Yorkshire Evening Post because of it, because she was dancing, and obviously it's been years and years since I've seen her. No one's really spoke about her for a while or anything. And as I'm performing A-Up, like in town, I see her like walking past, and she stops. She looks at me. I gave her a little wave and stuff. Yeah, and then all of a sudden she comes over closely, puts her bag down, and then starts dancing. all of a sudden, yeah, like crowds of people are just kind of coming in with their cameras out and stuff, and I'm thinking this is brilliant. Obviously, I'm just promoting my new track. It's going to be coming out on like, you know, Sunday. I might as well, like, you know. Oh, yo, thank you very much, bro. Yeah, thank you. You see there, I'm just chilling in the park now. Someone walked past and said, "Oh, you've got good tracks." Man. I've heard him, so you know what I mean. We've got fans there, man, fans there. But yeah, basically, started dancing. People are recording it. I've said right at the end of the track to everyone, I'm like, right, my new track's out now on Spotify and stuff. Videos dropping Sunday. Everyone follow me, and someone sent me a video of Sylvia. Obviously, Sylvia came up to me after and she was like, "Oh, I'm really enjoying this one," and that, yeah, I hope you're okay and stuff. You know, like we said our highs and goodbyes. But yeah, someone ended up sending me the video, and I was a bit skeptical at first on whether to like post it or not, because, you know, at the same time, like, it's a respectful thing. Obviously, I respect my elders. Sylvia's a lovely woman and stuff like that, so I didn't want to post that and it have any kind of negative effect. But as soon as I've done it, people have enjoyed it. People have said, "Oh, yo, that's brilliant. It's really good how music can connect with, you know, all the different ages and, you know, the types of people." And I think that ended up getting quite viral, to be honest. It already got quite a few views and likes on my page, and then like a lot of the viral pages started sharing it. So that's just added towards the, you know, the release of the track and stuff. And it's it's worked out really well, and hopefully we get more stuff coming from it. But I'm just going to keep promoting. I enjoy, you know, performing in like anywhere really. I can perform on a stage in front of 1,000 people, or I can just perform in the street where you've got randomers walking by, but I just enjoy what I do. So, you know, that's it. That whole thing of connecting with your friends, with people. You've got it's you can get follows off maybe a track that comes out that's streaming, or you can get follows from engaging with your fans, actually being out there and, you know, showing you're a down-to-earth person. I think that works kind of better, to be honest.
Definitely. Well, you're really building the kind of the fan base from the ground up,
yeah.
But also you get that we're in a world now where people like to be able to go up to an artist and talk to them and see what they're doing and see the human element behind, as well as the musician element, as it were. So I think that's a really good quality to have, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, and it's been a tough one. I think, you know, there's people who've said, "Oh, you know, I shouldn't really be doing that out on the streets. It doesn't make me look as good," and blah blah. Everyone's got their opinions, but at the end of the day, like I'm a musician. The music runs in my blood. I'm about performing and expressing myself. So it's not about trying to uphold an image for anyone. Do you know what I mean? It's just about enjoying what you do and putting it out there. Some people need music to get by, you know, every day. So why not be one of them people who can help someone through their day by just being there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a sick outlook, man. And what I'd love to know now is, in your words, why is clashing so important?
Right. Well, coming from the genre that I come from, we've been grime, and then also all of that kind of stuff developing from early days, and, you know, with garage to anything to bashment, you know, clashes and stuff like that. I believe clash culture is very important. It's been something that's been there from the beginning, and even though you might not need it to, you know, get through some of your musical ventures, I believe it's a good energy. It's something that needs to be still practiced, and hence why I have my own clash league now called Talk Is Cheap, which I put on 2 events already, you know, before lockdown. I'm looking to hopefully put another one on this year. But like, just the energies of it, it's like live performance, it's connecting with a crowd, it's showing your skill on, you know, jumping on beats and being able to deal with stuff under pressure, you know. So I think it's a good way to sharpen your sword, and it's entertaining for people.
Yeah, so when it comes to preparing for a clash, what are the kind of do's and don'ts when it comes to preparing for the clash? What's the best way to get yourself kind of match fit, as it were? What do you think?
Right. Well, I am like a very performance-based artist, so, you know, like whether I've got good lyrics or not, I still like to make sure that like the performance with it is strong. Practicing every day, going over the lines every single day. You know, trying to think of smart ways to you know, kind of address your opponent and stuff. All these different things count in a clash. You know, it's never just as simple as jumping on the mic. I've had to do a lot of research and practice in order to get the reputation I've got in clashing. So yeah, I'd say it's just the preparation every day, because you never want to go on stage and end up choking or something. Do you know what I mean?
No, I hear that totally. Now, another area I want to talk to you about, and you've mentioned it a few times during the interview, which just shows how kind of central it is to a lot of what you've got going on, is Talk is Cheap entertainment. There's a lot of different kind of aspects that feed into that. So what's it all about, and exactly what is involved with Talk is Cheap entertainment?
Well, Talk is Cheap entertainment started from there's an artist called Striker from Manchester, and also a producer called Westy. They both approached me and were like, oh, you know, you've been doing this battling thing for a long time. We're thinking of, you know, like starting a grime clash league or something, you know, just on beats and, you know, like clashing. You've done it for a long time, so do you think we could use some of your expertise on it? I told them I was fully down to win the ball. It had a different name at first, and we were just kind of like getting the ideas together, but eventually I ended up taking the lead on it and coming up with the name Talk is Cheap. Obviously, like, I'm you know, a clash MC. My name's DIALECT. It's all about the, you know, the speech and the written and stuff, and you know, I kind of wanted to pick a name which at least people could associate with, you know, with what I do. Talking is cheap. It's all about, when you're in the class, it's all about how you can rap, you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of come up with a name. That basically, we put on 2 events. They were really successful, which I'm happy with. And then in the time, like through lockdown, I managed to get myself a spot on a radio show. So I put that underneath the same Talk is Cheap brand, and that basically, you know, me and Nasty Boy would play music on there. You know, like a lot of the underground stuff that people send us in, and we're just trying to keep, you know, the underground scene alive and have a platform there for other artists. And then I've also kind of decided to kind of turn Talk is Cheap into a label in itself, where, you know, music is coming from it. Like for a long time, I've been on the, you know, cusp of you know, blowing or being really successful. You know, people do know my name and stuff, but I thought to myself, might work on my own foundation. That everything that I've done, the whole clashing, everything, people are drawn towards me because of all the work that I've put in. So I feel I'm just going to build on my own brand, and Talk is Cheap is going to be, you know, that brand that represents me. We're going to be setting up events, have the radio show, open up studios and stuff. I'm working on engineering right now so that I can, you know, be hands-on with everything. Even though I'm still working hard as an artist, I'm looking for longevity and keeping a place in the scene. So I want to make sure Talk is Cheap's a platform for everyone, and that's what it's all about.
That's so refreshing to hear, man. Not only do I believe it's truly important from an ownership perspective, but in terms of you're talking about mastering new areas, expanding, diversifying, all within the kind of umbrella of music. But like I said, you picking up engineering, you thinking of opening studio sessions and getting people involved. And I know that will span into like some community projects where there's some outreach programs, and that's just a great energy to have to approach to music. And music can be a dark place, and I feel like it needs people with the energy and outlook that you have. They really add the value, man, 100%. And I think, you know, lockdown definitely taught me that aspect, because, you know, I just thought to myself, well, when I'm not out performing in clubs, like, what am I doing? What am I doing musically? Am I still, you know, am I still helping people? Am I still making money? Do you know what I mean? So I just thought to myself, I need to build on everything that I have right now. And it's this new hunger that I've got, like, it's unbelievable. I didn't think I'd get such hunger so far into my career, but it comes to show that, you know, if you don't give up and you know, keep working hard, but blessings always come, and you can do things with that. You know what I mean? 100%, man. Now listen, it's been so good to catch up with you here at Pyro today. The energy has been on point. Thank you for your time. But before you go, I'd love it if you could introduce your brand new track, and we'll play it right here, right now.
All right, yo, well, people, this one's called A Up. It's featuring K. Rep in Sheffield and Nasty Boy on the beat from Leeds. You know what it is. This is one of the biggest Yorkshire link-ups that we've had. A Up. Make sure you check it out. Bye.